Hello, we'll talk briefly about the stars. The closest star to Earth is our Sun, that is 150 million kilometers from the Earth, and it takes to the Sun's rays 8 minutes to reach the Earth. And in general, you can say that any celestial body that emits heat and light as a result of nuclear fusion is defined as a star, whereas any celestial body that rotates around a star is called a planet. Okay, so the next closest, so you can say that the Earth is a planet that rotates around the Sun, that is a star, and it actually completes one orbit around the Sun in 365 days or in 1 year. Okay, the next closest star to the Earth other than the Sun is the star Proxima Centauri, that is 4 light years from the Earth. That is to say that the light that emitted from the star Proxima Centauri travels for 4 years until it reaches to the Earth. Okay, so theoretically, if there was a wedding in the star Proxima Centauri and the wedding was broadcasted live to the Earth, and if, for example, the pictures from the wedding get to the Earth now at April 2023, actually the wedding itself on the star Proxima Centauri took place at April 2019, because it took to the pictures from the star Proxima Centauri 4 years to arrive to the Earth. Okay, so in general you can say that whenever you look at the stars, you are actually looking into the past. Okay, so now I will explain what is a star. Okay, a star is a spherical celestial body that emits heat and light as a result of nuclear fusion, and it composed from a matter in a state of gas and plasma aggregation. Okay, so the number of the stars in the visible universe is about 7 times 10 to the power of 22, or other estimations is that the number of the stars in the visible universe are about 10 to the power of 24. Okay, so the next topic will be the structure of the stars in the visible universe. So the stars in the visible universe are organized in structure of galaxies, and the galaxies themselves are organized in the structures of galaxy clusters, and the galaxy clusters are organized in structures of superclusters, and the superclusters are organized in structures of great walls. Okay, so now I will explain what is a galaxy. A galaxy is a collection of many stars held together by the force of gravity, and all the stars in a galaxy rotate around the center of the galaxy. And an example of a galaxy is the Milky Way. Actually, our solar system, where the sun is located, placed into the Milky Way, and so is the Earth that is placed in the solar system. And the number of stars in the number of stars in the Milky Way is about 200 billion stars. And other estimation is that the number of stars in the Milky Way is about 400 billion stars. Okay, so that is the galaxy. And a collection of many galaxies held together by the force of gravity is called galaxy clusters. And you can have in a galaxy clusters between hundreds to thousands of galaxies. Then you have even bigger structure. Actually, a collection of galaxy clusters that held together by the force of gravity is called superclusters. And in a superclusters there might be thousands of galaxy clusters, and the size of a supercluster might be from 100 million kilometers up to 400 million kilometers. The size is actually 100 million light years long up to 400 million light years long. That is the size of a supercluster. And then you have even bigger structures that a collection of many superclusters held together by the force of gravity and move in the universe as one unit is called Great Wall. Okay, and Great Walls is actually the largest structure known in the visible universe. Okay, so a collection of many superclusters held together and move as one unit in the universe is a great wall. An example of a great wall is huge LGQ that is 1 billion light years far away from the Earth, and the size of the LGQ is about 1.37 billion light years long. Okay, so we can summarize the topic of the structure of the stars in the visible universe, and we can say that the stars in the visible universe are organized in structures of galaxies that in turn organized in structure of galaxy clusters that in turn are organized in structures of superclusters that in turn are organized in structures of great walls. Okay, so that is the structures the structure of the stars in the visible universe. Okay, thank you very much.